All right, back we go. It is Sunday, March 26th. Getting back and doing some videos. These videos, the last few will be swing trading ideas. You can day trade possibly too. Also, Bloom Energy Corporation. And what do they deal with? Bloom Energy it designs, manufactures, sells, and installs solid oxidized fuel cell systems for on-site power generations in the United States and internationally. So let's look back at this stuff. This puts in huge moves. It's only been around since like late 2018. Looks like the IPO maybe July-ish. It has came down pretty hard 2019, 2020. It looks like it bottomed. Had a very strong move 2020 all the way to 2021. That was almost the whole year. Wow, this went like 5 to 45. That was it. That's an ultimate swing. You can hold it that long, or you can call it an investment at that point. All right. So what I noticed here, though, ever since then, January 21st, that's what most stocks, they've been on a downtrend or bouncing huge from that January high. You can see there's this is a 45 on all the way down to 20, bounced near 30, came back to 20 again, 35. Look at this move in November. Man, this is massive. 35 all the way to 15, good short. Then you had to bounce all the way to 25, came back below 12, and yeah, this is the most recent moves from, well, the low actually, the low recent low. So May, look at this, 12. Then we just channeled back and forth. It was very choppy, June, July, August, and we bounced all the way up to 31-ish. That was a great move here. Now, on this move, it's hard to tell what it's going to do. Once it made this move up, you can see I circled here, oversold conditions. That's a buy signal. And you got your profit here. Then you're just going back and forth. You don't see this gap up. If you get in here 20-ish, you got to keep your stop pretty tight. You don't know what it's going to do at that point. It could come back down. You have any kind of news. So here it comes here. August, September, October, we come back down. And then on this low, which is about 1550, 68-ish. Yeah, a nice little move up here past 21. And after a little drop below, we get back to 23. So that's a nice little move here from October, November, December. You can play it within there. And what I like to see in these drop downs, see these wash downs, all these red candles. I love seeing all these red candles. It's total. They're washing it out short. And then you have a first green candle after all these red candles. Once you get 4, 5, 6 red candles in a row, it's a very good sign. Look here. I circled you the crossover. So white over red is bullish on my stochastic signal. So you're looking at here 18 all the way to 26. It's a nice $8 swing on this move on a swing trade. So again, a lot of swing trades last. It could be, depends how fast they are. Is it a week, 2 weeks? I try to stay within that month range, give or take a little bit, less than a little bit of a month, more. But this is in the month range. It's a perfect swing. Now, where we're at now, with the rest of the market, a lot of things have dropped pretty good depending on which sector, industry. Energy dropped pretty hard. Oil, energy, they all dropped pretty good. So from that 25-ish high, 26, you can see here, drop down, a few little bounces. Real big wash down here. You had one green candle trying to hold up, did not. You have a cross reversal at the bottom of a pattern. You can draw your line right here. And it's trying to come up from this. Looks like a descending triangle where the high is getting lower, but it's holding here. Stochastic's low on this was 627. It's pretty low. Try to draw a trend line here. And it wasn't the best trend line, even though you got it from May. So it's pretty decent. 3 spots here where this line came into contact. Now, it went below. Now, in trading, nothing's perfect. No trend line is going to be exactly perfect. That's like all like triangles and ascending triangles. Nothing works exactly like it's shown in books or what you read. So this is an overshoot to the downside. You can overshot to the upside. So if you're looking at a move here, You got low pretty good here. This came even lower. Now, could this ride up to this 20 level and bounce, come back down again? That's possible. Is this the low for now? We start moving up all the way back to this huge trend line. You can see all the way back, and that would make it to about 25-ish. And it's looking like, too, at this point, you have a symmetrical triangle where the high is getting lower and the low is getting higher. So something's going to give. This is in the market, too. I'm going to do a video on that later. Are we going up or are we going down? Will the market push lower or the market push higher? We'll see at that point, and then we'll know a lot about the market, all these stocks, and where they're going. So at this point, your low is going to be 17 here in a swing. That's your stop. If we come up here and you get to 20-ish, very small gain. Excuse me. I'd like to get to, where are we at here? So 18-ish, 22, 24. Then maybe that 26 would be a nice, $8 gain. But I would take a $5 gain to 22, 23 area in this zone. So that would be my stop here. And let me look on the weekly on this. Now, you see in the weekly, some charts are very easy to read. You have monthly, weekly, daily. When you see this, looking back, well, these circles don't match exactly because they're from the daily chart, but you can look here back in October of 2021. Look at this. Crossover weekly, up. Crossover down. Crossover up. Back down. This one was sort of sideways. It was that zigzag channel. Then we went up. Then we another cross. Didn't get as high, but he still made a profit. Then it came back to we're renting on this trend line up. You have some massive candles on the weekly. Now we're still going down. See this? That's why it still might not be in the low until we get this crossover. This could dive a little bit deeper, and this could, channel around or waffle around, doing nothing. And then let me see the monthly. Now the monthly on this has been going up very back and forth, but it's been climbing ever since, what are we at here? January-ish. So it's a little tougher in that monthly. Quarterly, not much. This chart is new. The stock's not been around that long. But so we have here the low 17. That'll be my stop. And then see if we can get above here. Now see when you're below, see this 1320 EMA when you're below. Draw the line here. Look at this space here. That's very oversold to these lines. They pushed it down so far. Just like this. Look at the space here. 20 is the 13 EMA, and you went all the way below that. You went down to that 1731 level. So just like when you're buying, you're buying the low here and it's way pushed down oversold. Just like when you're up here, that'll be tough to buy. There'll be a short because it's up too far above that 1320 EMA, at least temporarily. It's going to come back a little bit. So here we are below. This is below again. You get the 13 above. You got to get above these areas. But it still looks like, a better risk reward. And when my one play, I've been studying this pretty much for the last year. I like playing oversold plays, low to high. You can play it short too, it doesn't matter. But when we're down here, the buy zone 0 to 20, you have 100 to 80 overbought. And just because it's down here doesn't mean it's necessarily a buy. You got to look at the chart exactly what it's doing. Is it completely in a downtrend? You don't want to buy yet. Just like up here, up top. But I like the way this channels this play. This plays very big moves. This can put in massive moves. But this put in that move back in February 14, almost a $22 move. That's incredible. And each time on the way up doesn't mean it's going to be $22. It depends. It could be 5, 10, 15. You don't know. But watch here. Say, but overshoot to the downside. We'll see what happens with this. Just like CUK. BE Bloom Energy, and we'll see what happens next week. We'll have more fireworks in the market, more volatility, which I expect. All right, that's it. Please subscribe to Mike Heyman Trade Alerts on YouTube. Smash the like button. And I'll try to continue to put out videos again. Peace. Later.